been a tumultuous summer for the Catholic Church as once again its past failures in protecting children have re-emerged. Unfortunately, what is lost in most of the recent news coverage are the efforts which have been largely successful in creating safe environments, procedures and trainings that exceed any other institutional efforts either in public schools or the private sector. In 2017, the Diocese of Springfield implemented a program aimed at creating a safe environment for children and youth in the Catholic Church in Western Massachusetts. The training is one of 3 steps necessary for all adults who come into contact with young people through their ministries. Kathy Harrington reports.
He told me he was helping me.
I didn't know how this could happen without my knowing.
Real and very personal stories from the new Protecting God's Children training now required by the Diocese of Springfield.
But we wanted to find a program that was effective, that was based in Catholic values, and that really gives people skills and understanding about the dynamics of child abuse, and then especially what we can do to prevent it.
Introduced at a day-long training session in August, Virtus includes best practices to prevent and to identify the signs of abuse. All clergy, employees, and volunteers in the diocese who come into contact with children and youth are required to go through the training, either in a group or online.
The training is important because the Catholic Church needs to rebuild trust.
Through videos, written materials, and online training, Virtus teaches how to provide a safe environment and, just as important, acknowledges abuses of the past. Pope Francis, writing in a letter to Catholics around the world, quoted St. Paul, "If one member suffers, all suffer together." During his visit to Ireland, the Holy Father again acknowledged the abuses.
Il fallimento delle autorità ecclesiastiche, vescovi, superiori religiosi, sacerdoti e altri nell'affrontare adeguatamente questi crimini repugnanti ha giustamente suscitato indignazione e rimane causa di sofferenza e di vergogna per la comunità cattolica. Io stesso condivido questi sentimenti.
Pope Francis also begged for forgiveness for the sins and the scandal and the betrayal felt by so many in God's family, and said no effort can be spared to prevent abuse in the Church.
Più recentemente, in una lettera al popolo di Dio, ho ribadito l'impegno, anzi un maggior impegno per eliminare questo flagello nella Chiesa, a qualsiasi costo morale e di sofferenza.
We want to protect children. We've learned an awful lot about the signs of abuse. But wherever there is a power differential between older and younger, or more power, less power, smarter, there's the potential for harm.
Sadly, I think change happens by crisis too many times, and this crisis it's just beyond words to describe how sad that is. But if something good can come out of it, and this is one of the goods that can come out of it, we thank God.
Security measures implemented over the last decade limit access to children in Catholic churches and schools.
As a church, to have that wake-up call and remember that not only a church of saints, but also of sinners, and protecting our children and our most vulnerable seniors and other populations, this is a good that came out of it.
Virtus training is another step that fortifies and unites the background checks and the strict code of conduct already in place. Key to its success is introducing the program in the parishes.
It's very simple for me as the child advocate to go on the section of the online training for administrators and find out who has done the training and when they completed the training, so that I have all that information for the audit at the end of the year.
Once completed, the director, the parish child advocate, and the pastor will have access to the Virtus training base, tracking people involved in more than one parish. Virtus is a continuous training program with interactive monthly bulletins aimed at preventing abuse and protecting the most vulnerable people.
We need to hear the cries of the victims, and in hearing the cries of the victims, we need to be ever more vigilant and ever more steadfast in knowing that this will never happen again.
For Real to Real, I'm Kathy Harrington.